welcome to a whole new series on the channel featuring tons of product, tons of Yu-Gi tubers with an £80 budget every month, and a tournament against these Yu-Gi tubers. Welcome to the Sealed Only League. Hello guys, RobberBat1 here, and welcome to the final month of the Sealed Only League. It has been 11 months of dueling. All the people who were originally in it, the people who stuck around, the people who continuously played, and we are finally at the final month of the Sealed Only League. In today's episode, we have obviously some great product to open. We're going to be opening Maximum Gold Eldorado to try and get that Verte Anaconda to be able to actually make the Dragoons we pulled way back. And then we are going to be doing some deck profile to go ahead and show you the upgrades we'll make with the new Eldorado cards that we get. And obviously, we're going to be doing our match reports and be showing you some games with the upgraded deck in this episode. So guys, welcome to the last month of the Sealed Only League, and let's go ahead and get into episode 17 of the Sealed Only League. Okay guys, so match reports for November of the Sealed Only League. Now, honestly, November was a pretty good month of the Sealed Only League. Now, both games were very, very fun. Both matches against Frosty and Fingers Crossed were really fun. Sadly, wasn't able to play against Joe. I messaged him, but he didn't get back to me. Don't know what happened there. He was probably busy. He has a life. We all have lives. But nonetheless, it was a really fun month. Now, round one was against Fingers Crossed. Sadly, I don't have any gameplay footage, and I can't remember everything that happened in the match, but I do remember some bits. Now, game one was pretty much, he was playing Shadow Rockets, and he super polyed me and made Shekanaga, and I basically stopped him from doing things with an Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs. Sorry if I can't really go too deep. I normally rewatch the videos to go ahead and give you a description, but not really much I can do this month about it. But nonetheless, game one was that. He made Shek, I was able to OTK him, and hand traps prevented him from playing the game. And then game two, he didn't really open very well. I was able to just go ahead and make a board against him and then just kill him pretty much because he set some cards, didn't really help him too much, and then my Machina players just said, oh yeah, I win the game. So, Fingers Crossed match was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun back and forth. He used Super Poly, which I did not expect against Machinas, but it was a fun game for me nonetheless, and yeah. Now, round two against Frosty was actually really, really fun. Our match was pretty much this. Game one, he wins the dice roll, he goes ahead and normal summons a Barryman Solar, sends a card to graveyard, and goes ahead and sets a card and passes turn. My turn comes around, and I go ahead and use a Machinery Deployment, discard a Citadel, normal summon a Pegasus that was in my opening hand, make a Super Dora, attack with said Super Dora, and make a Zeus, and then pass. He goes ahead and tries to do things, but Zeus just says, detach, you can't do anything, and then I go ahead and OTK him with all the Machinas that are in my hand from the obvious redeployment that I used to search them last turn. So yeah, game one was pretty much very heavily in my favor, but game two was actually very, very different. Now, he was able to do a lot, and I mean a lot in game two. He was able to make Titans, he was able to link summon, he was able to just deal with my entire board no matter what I did, and I pretty much lost because of it. Like, he dealt with my whole board. Titan, Hippo Shogun hit the board. I believe he summoned even a Levian Dragon, and I was just unable to play the game, so we went into game three. And game three literally came down to one play where he successfully hit my Ice Dragon's Prism with a Nightmare Phoenix, which just allowed him to go completely off, destroy everything I had, and just made me lose the game from there. And honestly, even though that's pretty much how the matches went, because I was still able to do some stuff in game three, I was able to make a Super Dora and then just be able to sit some back row and pass, but I got hit, I lost nonetheless, but that was a really fun match against Frosty as well. So yeah, both matches I played this month were fun. Even though I didn't really get any footage for Fingers Crossed match, I still had fun playing him. It's always a nice time playing with Fingers Crossed, talking to him. He's always a really nice guy to play with, and Frosty is always a really good guy to play and talk with as well, so I was happy to play with them. But going on to the openings now, because I want to see what we can get in these maximum goals, because they've been sitting on my side for a week now, and I've been just anticipating opening them to see if we can pull anything for our Sealed Only League. Now, obviously, let's get into it, to the Sealed Only League opening. Alright guys, so on to the opening portion now of the Sealed Only League, where we'll be opening not one, not two, not three, but 4 maximum gold kits. Now, obviously, we are hoping for a lot of good things from these. We want a Verte Anaconda, we want an access code talker, we want some good trap cards that you can get in this. We want a lot of really, really nice things from this, because more trap cards would be nice. Axis Code Talker would be insane because it goes with our Selene and also it goes with our Needle Fiber. And also, Verte Anaconda would mean we could finally make our Dragoons. And this is honestly the last attempt that we have to actually make said Dragoons. So hopefully, we will pull the Dragoons maker from this. We'll pull the Verte Anaconda. So let's go ahead, open these all up, cut them open and get the packs out. And we shall open some products. So, we've got a lot of Maximum Gold Eldorado packs to open for you. We have got 12. So, let's see what we get in them. And I think we'll start from left to right. So, we'll go ahead and move these up a bit and see what we get. So, let's begin. So, first pack of Maximum Gold Eldorado. What we got? We got an Altergeist Silcatus. Okay, so we're going into Altergeist. Code Talker. Alright. Lost World, I'm not building dinosaurs, even though that was a plan at one point, but we're not doing it. Prankid's Lampseeds, Prankid's Fansies, and our first gold rare is a Ghost Mourner and Moonlit Chill. Okay, a Hand Trap isn't bad, like, could be usable, and Magical Dimension? I didn't even know this was printed in Maximum Gold. Okay, so first gold stuff is, like, the Ghost Mourner and also a Magical Dimension. Not really anything super useful, but, like, we could potentially use that Ghost Mourner, which is nice. It's always potential. Oh, Babushka! That's a card we could potentially use, actually, in our extract. That's nice. Number 2, Numeron Gate. Okay, we're not building Numerons, but it's there. Number 4 as well. Okay. Battle Shogun of the Sixth Samurai. We're not got Gateway, so we can't play Samurais. Prank Kids, and Sky Striker Ace Ray. Not going to be playing Sky Strikers either, but Ray is nice. And we got a Lagia as well, so if we did want to somehow build dinosaurs in like the last month we've got left without having any of the good dinosaur cards, we could play Lagia, I guess. Not what we need, but I'll take it. This is something else I forgot about. We need these as well. Urgent Schedule. That is going into our deck. That is an amazing pull. Yes, give me more Urgent Schedule rares. I actually forgot. That's one of the reasons why I bought this. It's just been sitting on my side and I've been staring at it, wanting to open it. Baby Ceratosaurus. Prankid's Bow Wow. Broken Line. Pretty good trap card that we could potentially play. And Chamber Dragon Maid is a very good reprint with an Invocation. Not bad, not bad at all. Like, that's actually a really good pack in general. Like, Chamber Dragon Maid and Invocation are just really good reprints that came out in Maximum Gold Eldorado. So I'm happy to have both of those, which is really, really nice. So not bad on the reprints so far. We've got 1 Urgent Schedule. We need 2 more technically, but you know, it's fine. Weather Painter Rain, Gustav Max, you've got enough of them as is. Meliseek, not bad, good card. Summon Limit is a potential card that we can actually play in our Machina deck as a side deck choice, so that's not bad. Meow Meow Mew. And Rose to go with our Ray, with a Nightmare Unicorn, but it's not the Altar! I mean, I'll take it, I'll take it. We can rarity bump our Nightmare Unicorn in our extra deck to go ahead and make it a nice gold rare one, but that's not the all-art one. I want the one where Ibley is riding Nightmare Unicorn. I'd love that. So this was the first pack I dropped on the floor. So this is going to have something good in it, right? Weather Painter Thunder, Phantom's Knights of Ancient Cloak, Marionetta, Inverted, Heater, Scrap Chimera. Okay, Scrap Chimera. With an Elder Elixir of the Black Awakening. Okay, so the drop pack didn't have anything amazing in it. But you know what? It's fine. We don't need super amazing cards all the time. So we'll see what else we can get in this. So, number 9, Dyson Sphere. The Weather Thundery Canvas. Conqueri. Doodle-Doo. Haquero. Pancreocerosaurus. Okay, this is something we could potentially use, I guess. We'll see. And a Torrential Tribute. I'll take that. Like, now we've got 2 Torrential Tributes for our main deck. So that is a good card for us to use. Like, that's actually really nice. We now have 2 Torrential Tributes. That's going to be really good against, like, Joe and Frosty and Fingers Crossed, because, like, they don't play Thunder Dragons, and I can just wipe their board now. Numeron Network. We're getting close to being able to play Numerons. I don't want to do that, though. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. Scrap Golem. Cyburst Gadget. Okay. Heater. Not bad. Not bad. Tempest. With a Prankid's Place. And it's a bit damaged, but you know what? Not bad on a pack. Like, we got Prank Kids Place, which is nice, like, I guess, but not you know what, this isn't amazing right now. Like, the first kit was a lot better. That was also kind of damaged. Annoying. Fossil Dig, if we're playing dinosaurs. Weather Painter, Rainbow Canvas. Another Metaseek. Elixir White Destiny. Wyvern Buster. Dark Magician. Alright, I'll take the Dark Magician. With a, oh well, Prime Mathmech Albertian. We're not going to be using it, but okay. But yeah, we got the Dark Magician. We can use him with our gold rare our gold rare Red Eyes Black Dragon if we pull a Verte Anaconda. So come on, Verte, let's just have gold Vertes and everything for this. Let's go. Code Talker, number 4, Marionetta, Majesty's Fiend. We already have a playset technically in the Sealed Only League, but not a bad reprint. Eldorado, not bad. Bigfoot. And we're making Dragoon, boys! Let's go! Oh, there we go. Now we're putting Dark Magician, we're putting Verte, we're putting Red Eyes Black Dragon into our decks because we can make Dragoons in the Sealed Only League. Oh, it took 12 months for us to get there, but we can make Dragoons in the Sealed Only League, boys! That's amazing, though. That is really good. Now we can make Dragoons, and then we can just smack everybody with them. Like, that is really, really good. I'm really happy with that. Kagamisha, that's a good reprint. Rocket Tracer, and another Magical Dimensions for that last pack there. But, guys, we now have Verte Anaconda. Dragoons is in our deck. I actually might change the deck quite a bit now. Like, that's actually really insane. Oracle of Zephyra. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Zephyr Treasure of the Yangtze. Code Talker Inverted. Asui, Plasma, with a Tenki? Tenki was printed in this? Alright. But no, guys, like, literally, we're making Dragoons in the Sealed Only League for the final month now, guys. It has to be done. It has to be done. Like, it just has to be. Micro Code Talker. We got 2 now. Giant Rex, Trap Trick, Eva, another Tempest with... Wow, both the places have kind of been just mucked up in the top corner. But we got that's a copy pack as well technically because we got the same gold rares together. But we got 2 Prank Kids Place, so that's kind of cool. So 2 Prank Kids Place, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Weather Canvas Snowy, Jubilee, Judgment Libe, I mean, Lampseas, Striker Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon with an Adolka. See, this is just telling me to play dinosaurs, but I just didn't play dinosaurs. Like, come on. And we've got 3 packs left, guys. Like, 3 packs left to see what we can get in these last 3 packs. And hopefully, we'll get that Access Code Talker as well. Hopefully, guys. Let's see what happens. Code Talker, Dyson Sphere, Asui, another Summon Limit, which is good. A Mechaba, we don't have Alistair, so we can't really utilize it, but I'll take it. With a Numeron Chaos Ritual. Okay, so Mechaba is a nice card there. Numeron Chaos Ritual I don't think we'll ever use, but it's there. So I'll take it. But let's go. Second to last pack, Omega. Nice reprint there. Weather Painter. Number 3. Dropsies. Signet Mining. Nice reprint there too. The I Don't Care Golden Lord right here. This is actually something I could potentially use in the Sealed Only League. That's kind of cool. Wait, what's up with the gold? It looks like the gold's a bit messed up on the side there, but you can't really see it on camera. Huh. Oh well. And this makes me happy. We've got Motorcycle IP Masquerena with Altar Golden Lord as well. Like, that's insane. I'm happy with that. Yeah, let's go. Let's go right there. And then last pack, can we get an access code talker for the Sealed Only League as well? Let's find out. So we've got Scrap Dragon, Autogeist Multifaker, Ancient Cloak, Golden Land, Bow Wow. Sorry for the barking in the background, guys. Tempest. This is going to be a place, isn't it? No, it's a Book of Moon. Good reprint. Good thing we could be using in the Sealed Only League. But guys, that is all the stuff we have to open here for you. Like, honestly, I'm very happy with the pulls that we got. We got the Altar Golden Lord, we got the Altar IP Masquerena, which we'll definitely be using in our decks. We've got like a lot of really decent reprints as well. Like, we've got the Nightmare Unicorn, we've got the Chamber Invocation, we got Mechaba. We got a lot of good stuff here as well. And the most important things we got out of this entire opening are the Verte Anaconda and the 2 urgent schedules, which are guaranteed to go into our deck, so we can go ahead and make Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But guys, we're going to go ahead and go on to the deck profile segment now, because I want to show you guys the upgraded version of our deck with the Verte Anaconda and the urgent schedules. Let's go ahead and show you guys the deck profile for the Sealed Only League. So this is the deck profile segment of the Sealed Only League, where I am going to be showing you the final form of our Machina list. This deck has evolved so much throughout the years, to playing traps, to not playing traps, to playing trains, to getting more trains, to getting all the things we need, to playing less trains, to playing loads of spells, to playing less spells, and then just evolved so much throughout the year. And we finally hit the final form of our Machina train deck. So guys, we're going to get into the deck profile, show you guys the list as it is now for the last month of the Sealed Only League, and let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting off, we played 2 Citadel. Obviously, we played 2 Citadel for almost the entirety of the Sealed Only League. You only need 2 of this card. This card is literally, while it's in the graveyard, an Earth Machine on the field is destroyed. You get to go ahead and special summon it, and also, it's a Raigeki on board. You don't want to see it in your opening hand, you just want to discard it or send it to the graveyard, so you only play 2 of it, and you definitely play 2, because if one's banished, then you have another one to have for later on as well. So 2 Citadel. Next we play 3 Air Raider. This is the most consistent number of Air Raider in the entire deck. You have to be playing 3 of this, because this card literally says you can discard a Machina, special summon it from the hand, and then during your opponent's turn, destroy a machine and special summon a Machina from your deck with an equal or lower level. So this card is literally so many combos and has got us so far throughout the entire Sealed Only League that you have to play 3 of it. The card is absolutely insane. Next, we only play 1 Irradiator. We obviously learned throughout the entirety of the Sealed Only League that you only need 1, so we only play 1. This card is Monster Reborn and literally just says you can revive any Machina in your graveyard. Next, we play 3 Gear Frame. This is our Stratos. He literally just says on normal summon, add any Machina monster from our deck to our hand. So we play 3 of him. And then 1 Possessed Storage, the worst draw in the deck by far. But we have to play 1 of him because of when he's normal or special summoned, he special summons a monster from the graveyard. So when we summon him, we summon the Gear Frame, and then we go ahead and make our Gigan X during our next turn, and then just go ahead and search the Pegasus and go for a decay. So he is very important for a lot of our combos, so we have to play him at 1. Onto the train stuff. I have cut the Stampede to 2. I know this card has been at 3 in our deck for the longest time, and it is important to be at 3, but to make space for the Dragoon package, to make space for the new Torrential Tributes, I had to cut down on a few things, and seeing as we can search this guy and we only need 2 of him, we will only play 2, especially seeing as we got the urgent schedules now that we'll be using in conjunction, so we have more stuff to special summon, so playing 2 of him is a little easier now as well. We also play the 1 Bullet Train still, because this is just a free special summon. It allows us to make the Dragoon even easier, and even recycle the Earth monster that we used to link into the Dragoon. And then we also play the 1 Derek Crane, because a rank 10 Turbo is still part of this deck, so we play these 2 for rank 10 Turbo. Also, this card says, detach, pop a card. It's really, really good there as well. 1 Infinitrack Anchor Drill, because this card literally says, oh yeah, I get to special summon an Earth Machine from my hand, so this makes Dragoon even easier as well, and can also augment levels, which is really, really nice. And for some new cards, we play the 1 Eldritch the Golden Lord. This is a level 10 monster that we can easily get to the graveyard and summon simply by sending spells and traps to the graveyard. So if we opened tons of spells and trap cards and our opponent has a problem on the board, and we go in second, we discard a spell and trap card, and this, send a card our opponent controls to the graveyard, and then if we got a dead spell and trap card on our board, we go ahead and send it to the graveyard, special summon it to the board, have a 3/5 beat stick, and also a level 10 monster to go into our rank 10 place. So, card is a very good card. I think this card will be really good in the last month for the Sealed Only League, so we are going to be playing this at 1, and he just don't care. Look at him. He's just like sitting there waiting to win, so that's what we're doing. Also, we play 1 Red Eyes and 1 Dark Magician. Obviously, we got to play the gold versions because we pulled the gold versions. So, we are playing 1 of each. These 2 are here for just Dragoons. There is no other options for them. And if we draw them, we brick. But you know what? I'm fine with that because we have the gold versions. We've got Dragoon in our deck. And I'm fine. We have to play him at least once, seeing as we pulled the Dragoon in the Sealed Only League. We also play 3 Ash Blossoms as our hand traps, because it's Ash Blossom. This card is going to do so much for us and has done so much for us throughout the Sealed Only League that we have to play it. So, yeah. 3 Ash. Those are all the monsters. Nothing really to say about them. Nothing really to change outside of them being really, really strong. And I'm happy with the monster lineup. So let's go ahead and go on to the spell lineup now, where we play 3 Machina Redeployment. This is double reinforcements of the army. Like, literally, you discard a card, you search 2 Machina monsters from your deck to your hand. And this is technically a 1-card Dragoon. So you want to be playing this card as well. Just for that, it allows you to make Dragoons simply by getting a Machina Gear Frame and a Machina Air Raider, because if you just go ahead and normal the gear frame, discard a Citadel, especially Air Raider from hand. That's 2 monsters, that equals Verte, which equals Dragoon. So you want to be playing this in the deck. We also play the 2 Urgent Schedules, another 1-card Dragoon. If our opponent controls more monsters than us, we can special summon 2 Earth Machine monsters from our deck, 1 of level 4 or lower and 1 of level 5 or higher. And this just says we can go ahead and make our machine plays really easy. It says we can do whatever we want really easy. So we are playing this in the deck too. If we pulled a 3rd, we would have played the 3rd, but we only pulled 2 of it in our gold, so obviously we only played 2. We also play 1 Foolish Burial. It helps us get the Citadels to the graveyard, so we can go ahead and, you know, get the Raigeki access a lot easier. And can also be used now to put the Golden Lord in the graveyard to go ahead and get us a free 5 beat stick, which can be very useful there too. And then the last spell we obviously play is the Red Ice Fusion to make the Dragoon. Onto trap cards, we are still playing 3 Compulsory Activation Device. I think this card is absolutely insane and is really, really strong for the Sealed Only Leagues. Just simply being able to return a Thunder Dragon Titan to hand, being able to return a random monster to hand, being able to just return something to our opponent's hand to prevent their combos is very, very strong. So we play this in the deck and it's very, very good in my opinion. 2 Torrential Tributes, we're wiping our opponent's boards whenever we flip this, so we want to be playing it in the deck. I think the card is very strong and very, very good, so we want to be playing it in the main deck as well. 2 Ice Dragon's Prison, deals with Thunder Dragons, deals with whatever monster our opponent has, and if our opponents have somehow make Dragoon as well, we can deal with that with this too, which is really good. 2 Lost Winds. Lost Wind is just Lost Wind. I like the card in the deck. I think it's really, really strong, and being able to reset is also very, very powerful. 2 Solemn Strikes. This is basically something that I chose to put to 2 in the deck because I was considering putting the Lost Winds to 2, but to 1, but I chose to put the Strikes to 2 instead because I felt like 2 Strike and 2 Lost Wind was enough, and in this list I think it's going to come out very useful. Like, we've got this 3rd Strike in the side deck if we ever need it, and I feel like we only really need the 2 Strike anyway, so we'll see how it goes for the last month. And then the last trap we're playing is 1 Machina Overdrive, because this says we can destroy 1 machine monster we control and special summon Citadel from the deck, and also we can banish it from our graveyard to target 3 of our machine monsters in our graveyard, shuffle them into the deck, and draw a card. So it's recyclability, a draw card, and also a way to get Citadel out from our main deck to the field. Really, really good. That's the main deck. Obviously, I'm really happy with the main deck. Like, the main deck, in my opinion, is very, very strong as is, and being able to make Dragoon will always be useful. So yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes in the actual matches. But going on to the extra deck, we are still playing a very similar extra deck to what we were playing before, but just slight changes. We are playing the 1 Verte Anaconda, obviously, to make the Dragoon. IP Mask Arena on her motorbike, because if we can, and also if we do make this, we can go ahead and make Nightmare Unicorn on our opponent's turn. Haoki Firebrax, just for an easy link-free climb sort of thing, so just can come up really there. 1 Nightmare Unicorn, because of the Haoki Firebrax. 1 Appaloosa Both the Goddess, because we can make it, and if we do make it, it's a big link monster, it can negate things. It's just really, really good there. 1 Tornado Dragon, because back row removal is really, really nice. 1 Light Dragonite Ignister, because it protects itself and is also monster removal, which is really good as well. Gigan X for our combos to go ahead and get the Pegasus and then go for a TK. Ding Gearsuit to send any card on the board to the graveyard. It does come up, it is very useful and is very good in general. Gustav Max for that 2k burn. Super Dora for its protection. Judgment Libe, because this card literally says I can just OTK. 2 AA Zeus, because we can make the 2nd and we have made the 2nd, and just being able to clear the board is really, really good. And 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon to deal with any problems our opponent has, to negate, to destroy monsters, to do so many things and just deal with so many things. So yeah, that's the extra deck. Extra deck is fine in my opinion as well. And then for the side deck, because that has also changed, 1 Pancratops, because it's just a monster removal, it's anything removal. 3 DD Crow to banish stuff from the graveyard. 3 Cosmic Cyclone for back row. 1 Mystic Mine, because it can come up and it has won us a match before, so why not? Crackdown to steal your stuff. Paleozoic Dynamiscus as more removal. This is for stuff if we end up going first. 1 Ring of Destruction because of more removal. Solemn Strike is prevention, and then Free Infinite Impermanence form we go second as well, just for those decks that aren't pretty much Virtual World. So yeah, but that is literally the whole deck list, guys. This is the final form of our Machina deck, and I'm very happy to say that the deck has come so far throughout the entire Sealed Only League. Now though, let's move on to the games where you'll see how this deck can perform online and in some testing. So let's go over to the duels. Okay guys, so I've shown you the match reports, I've shown you the openings, and I've shown you the final evolution of the deck that we have for the Sealed Only League. It is now time to go into some games to show you what the deck is capable of in the Sealed Only League and how it will fare against some real decks on EDO Pro. So let's go ahead, play some replays, show you what the deck can do, and see how well we play it. So let's go. So starting off, I believe we go first. So we start off with set 1 and normal summon our gear frame, which is going to go ahead and search us a Machina card. We add an Air Raider, and what else do? We just pass. Okay. We pass turn, and it's our opponent's turn. So they activate a Paw of Desires, and then draw 2 and activate the field spell, Shipyard. Okay. Use Shipyard, discard the Golden Hair, and adds a Bluebeard from deck to hand. Normal summons a Whitebeard, and then uses the Bluebeard to special summon itself. Links the two in, well, no, synchros the two into a Drageye, and then declares Whitebeard and Bluebeard to draw a card. Okay, so he's getting a free summon and he's getting a draw. He summons a Redbeard with the Whitebeard's effect, and he's using Golden Hair to discard an Effect Veiler. Okay, and he summons a Bran. Then he uses Redbeard's effect to go ahead and equip to the Bran. And then he discards a card to attempt to banish our set card, but we chain it, which is a Lost Wind, to attempt to negate the Drageye. He negates the Lost Wind with the Drageye, okay, and then he goes into the battle phase because he can't search with the Bran. He goes ahead and attacks into the gear frame and does a big ton of damage with the Drageye and the Bran. Sets 1 card and passes turn, alright. We draw for turn and we use our Pegasus. Okay, so we normal Pegasus, use Pegasus effect to summon the gear frame, and we get Effect Veilered. Okay, that sucks a lot, but he's going to go ahead and use a Plunder Patrol booty that he has to summon out a Whitebeard. Okay, and I believe he turned this to water. We go ahead and discard a gear frame to special summon the Air Raider. Okay, and he goes ahead and summons a Blackbeard. We use the Lost Wind to go ahead and reset it. And then we make a Verte Anaconda. This is where the Dragoon stuff comes in, guys. And he goes ahead and doesn't do anything to the Verte, seeing as maybe he didn't draw a Plunder then? But we go ahead and use the Verte, send a Red Eyes Fusion to grave, and he chains Bran. So he did draw a Plunder card. Okay. But he just didn't choose to banish the Verte. Maybe he thinks I'm going to be summoning to destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and that's why he didn't. But he goes ahead and banishes the Lost Wind, adds a Black Eyes to hand, and we go ahead and summon Dragoon, but we opened the Red Eyes Black Dragon. That's terrible, dude. And we go ahead and... Okay, so he discards... So he discards the Raven Wing, or the Black Eyes, with something, and then... Okay. No, with the Bluebeard that he sent to Graveyard. Okay, to get a draw, and then he's going to go ahead and summon out the Redbeard. Okay, interesting. Let's see. And we're going to go ahead and use Dragoon's effect. He's going to go ahead and chain the Redbeard, and we discard an Ash Blossom, so that would have meant we could have stopped the Moek anyway. Okay, so we deal him 2,500 life points there. And then we use Dragoon effect again to deal him another 3,000 life points. And then we go into the battle phase, attack the Moek for 15, and then attack with the Verte for 500. This is kind of risky because we don't have any way to protect ourselves, and we're on very low life points to get a plundered deck. So we'll have to see what happens. So he had a Whitebeard in hand. He drew that for turn, summons the Golden Hair, uses the Whitebeard, summons another Golden Hair from the deck, summons Blackbeard, uses the Blackbeard effect, summons a Bran, Paw of Desires, and I think that's going to be all she wrote. He goes into the battle phase, attacks the Verte, and we die. So, first replay, we didn't win, but the deck definitely held its own against the Plunder Patrol matchup. Being able to use Dragoon and all of these back row and stuff really did help, and I feel like if we had even one more way to play the game, or had one more card in hand, he would have just lost. Because, like, if we didn't open the Red Eyes Black Dragon, we would have had the negate for the Blackbeard effect to go ahead and link off. So we would have had stuff in hand, and he had a Imperm, a Called By left, so yeah, he wouldn't have had anything to prevent us from winning the game, so I feel like we would have been much better off, and this game would have been in our favor. But obviously we didn't win it, so we're going to go on to the next replay, and we're going to see how good that one goes. So we are going... Well, actually, I don't know what we're going. So we are going first. No, that's not us. We don't play that card. We don't have that card. So swap them around, and we are up against a deck that plays. Oh, so we're up against Dinos, from what I can tell now. And he goes ahead and adds an Soul-Eating Overraptor to hand. Normal summons the Overraptor. Not a very easy matchup for us. As is the Misk to hand, uses the Misk effect. Goes ahead and banishes it to go ahead and summon the Archosaur. Just standard dinosaur plays. He's going to destroy a dinosaur. Okay, destroys the Soul-Eating Overraptor. Okay, maybe he doesn't have a dinosaur in hand. And then he's going to go into the Linkuriboh, use the double Evo Pill, banishing a Dasher. Okay, so he doesn't play Secure Gardener then, or he banished it not thinking he would get this far? I don't know. Summons the UTC, sets one, and passes turn. Our turn comes around. We activate the Urgent Schedule, that very good card right there. And we summon a Gear Frame and a Citadel. We go ahead and summon the Verte, trying to play around the Tyrannosaurus. Honestly, the Conductor should have probably been activated when I summoned the two monsters, but doesn't know that I played Dragoon. He goes ahead and Called Buys the Citadel. Okay, and we use Gear Frame's effect. And then we add a Citadel from deck to hand. We use the Machinery Deployment, discard the Citadel to add a Air Raider and the Trap card from our deck to hand. We use the Verte, send the two to the graveyard. And then we're going to go ahead and use Dragoon to negate the UTC, so the Dragoon will pop the Linkuriboh and deal 300 damage. Go into the battle phase, because we used Urgent Schedule, we can only attack with the Gear Frame, and then we pass turn. Okay, he draws for turn. Fossil Dig is an amazing top deck. Don't know why I'm not negating it, though. He uses the Archosaur, goes ahead and discards, or destroys Giant Rex, uses a double Evo Pill. I negate the double Evo Pill. Dragoon's on 5k, summons a Giant Rex, use the Overdrive to summon a Possessed Storage. There's a storage effect to target the Citadel and Citadel effect. Citadel is negated by Called by the Grave, and then the Gear Frame, well, the Possessed Storage just summons it back. He uses a Verte with an Instant Fusion? Okay. And summons a Time Wizard of Tomorrow. Okay, and then we use Compulsory Activation Device on the Time Wizard of Tomorrow, because if he calls it right, he could destroy monsters and deal me some damage. So our turn comes around, we go into battle phase, and they surrender because they're dead because of a 5k Dragoon. It's just game. Okay, and then we go on to the final game. Okay, so what's the final game? Make sure we're on the right side. So this is not us, so we want to swap it round. And it looks like we're up against agents. So use the Zerodes to add the Sanctuary to hand. Okay, activates the this spell card that allows him to add one Sanctuary of the Sky directly from his deck to hand, one monster that specifically lists it, and we ash that. Okay, let's see. He normal summons a Venus, so he's just gonna get a ton of free monsters here. So that's one Shine Ball, two Shine Ball, and both Shine Balls go into the Guard of the Moon. Okay, this allows him to add a Sanctuary of the Sky on one card that specifically lists Sanctuary of the Sky to his hand. Okay, continuing on. Adds Earth. Uses Venus again to special summon another Shine Ball from his hand. So he did open one. And he goes ahead and makes Celestial Knight Parshaft. Okay. Parshaft effect will discard Earth. He goes ahead and adds... What is that? Okay, he goes ahead and adds that to hand. He adds the Uranus. And he special summons it because he has Sanctuary of the Sky on the board. He synchro summons a Boral Savage. Okay, interesting. So that's two negates. Fusion Destiny, which we did accidentally see earlier, and makes Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, and then passes. So, can we out a Destroy Phoenix Enforcer and a Boral Savage? I don't know. Let's find out. So, our turn, we draw for turn. Okay. We activate Urgent Schedule. Busted card right there. Okay, will he negate it? He does negate it, though. So that's a bit of a downside there, but we go ahead and activate Machinery Deployment, discarding an Irradiator, adding a Gear Frame and an Air Raider to hand. Normal summon the Gear Frame. Okay. Gear Frame effect adds Citadel to hand. Okay, uses Air Raider effect to discard the Citadel. And then he pops one of them with his Destroy Phoenix, but that will just give me the Citadel back. So we use Citadel effect, he chains the Destroy Phoenix, so it'll come back next turn. we go ahead and make Verte Anaconda, use the Verte, send the Dragoon to make the Dragoons, and then we use Dragoon's effect to destroy the Savage Dragon, dealing 3k, and then we use it again to destroy the Parshaft. And then our opponent surrenders because we can just attack for game. So, yeah, that was the replays. So, honestly, this deck with Dragoons is absolutely insane. Like, any deck that can make Dragoons, it's just 2 monsters, you win the game most of the time. But obviously, that's not always the case because in game 1, we didn't have enough life points to actually go through with it. And also, we opened the red eyes, so it kind of sucked there. But, like, honestly, I think this version of Machina is going to do very, very well for our last month of the Sealed Only League. Honestly, I'm really excited to play this against all of the people in the Sealed Only League, to play against Joe, to play against Frosty, and to play against Fingers Crossed, to see how the final month goes. And I'm just happy that we actually got the Verte to make Dragoon, because we tried to get that Verte so many times and failed so many times that we just gave up, and now we actually have it for the last month of the Sealed Only League. But guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of the Sealed Only League. I'll see you guys in the matches and for the final episode in the Sealed Only League, where I'll be telling you about everything and how the last month went. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Robot1 signing out. Later all.